up to the moon. I'll meet you outside, away from the crowd. Just you and me together. We'll all sing better outside. Just us in the sky. I will go wherever. I'll be yours forever.
Hey, it's me, Nomad. Whew, it is hot. I'm at my fourth spot. I've been moving around. Anyway, it's back to the heat wave again. It's got to be going on 90 degrees. And I'm over here in a nice little residential right by the college kind of corner. Anyway, I just cleaned half the bathroom so we can make that functional. But I got to get this air conditioning working, and that whole trip to Long Beach was a complete waste of time, money, and energy because my battery, everything's right back where it started. Like my batteries are low, gas is getting to below a quarter tank, my generator's still not working properly, I don't think I have a water pump, the water tanks aren't filled, like nothing came from that trip but a ticket. So I'm back to square one, but at least I have the bathroom half cleaned. I kind of underestimated how much, you think, oh, it's an RV, it's small, so it shouldn't be much to clean, but it actually is harder to clean than a regular house because it's so small. You have to get in these nooks and crannies and really scrub, and it just takes more preparation to get into such a small space to clean, whereas in a bigger space you probably could do it because you can maneuver and put your stuff down easily. It's probably take less time. I want to talk a little philosophy, I guess. Let's see. I've been doing this, and what have I learned so far? I mean, it's okay. So the idea is like, avoid the stress of rent, right? Not just the stress of rent. You want to save money, right? So the question is, and time, like, is time more efficient or less efficient? I guess the thing is, stress. I'm not sure which is worse: the stress of coming up with rent when you don't have it, or the stress of the RV. So the stresses that are happening with the RV is parking. I just had this paranoia that the RV would get towed, or that I'd get a ticket, or the police would come and harass us, or creepers would come, or vandals would come, or someone would rob us. I'd come back and our stuff would be stolen. So these are the stressors that I deal with. There's also the stress of it breaking down when I'm on the road or having a blowout or something. So there's a whole bunch of little stresses that happen. And I don't know, do those add up to the same stresses? Not knowing if you're going to be evicted because you don't have the rent, because I'm self-employed, and so I have these situations where, like right now I'm pretty broke. I'm in a trough, it's a trough in they say boom bust, like last week I had a bunch of money, this week I don't have hardly any money. I don't know when money, it does come, I know that, it's just I don't know when it or how it's going to come. It's not like a regular job where you can count on that paycheck every week or every 2 weeks. So sometimes, I had ended up in rent situations where I didn't have the rent and I had to ask for extensions, and people just start acting weird, especially in LA, man. Because in LA it's all about the money. It's the rules in LA are 3 things: who you know, no, that's the last one. How much money you got, who you know, and how you look. Like, these are the values of the city, right? And it's because the whole city orbits around the entertainment industry, and that's kind of how it works. And yeah, you get judged by that. Like, if people smell that you don't have money, like if you just say, oh, I'm having a hard time this week, I'm waiting for a client to pay me, it's like all of a sudden it's the kiss of death. Now they don't see you as this money potential, they see you as non-money potential, and you get treated differently, for sure. And same for looks, like, you have to look good all the time, especially in this situation. You can't look homeless, you can't look sloppy, you have to look like, I don't know, as neat and nice, as looky as possible with your clothes and your grooming. That's easy, just go to Ross and buy some nice clothes for $20, shave and whatever. You say I need to shave, but the money part is easy too. The trick is just don't ever let them know you don't have money. Like, never say things, just watch your language. Talk about money, make it sound like you have money, just never talk like you don't have money. So it's just, I just don't like playing these games, honestly. I just want to be myself. And being yourself in LA can get you in a lot of trouble, especially if you're a nice guy like me. But anyway, I'm off topic. I guess the question was, do the stresses of that match the stresses of this? This is kind of stressful, although I'm starting to get used to it. I think half of it was the fact that just the unknown. You just don't have a feel for what it's like. Like right now I'm on this corner, I'm near a busy street. The police have been by twice. I guess I worry like, oh, are the police, you see this apartment building behind me, so that's USC housing or something. So I'm worried people are gonna complain, oh, there's a big ugly RV across the street, and I don't know, On this main street, they've got rid of all the RVs. The LA RV wars, I'll cover one day. They have big signs up saying no RVs. They don't say that, they just say no vehicles over 22 feet long or 7 feet high. But on this side street, they don't have those signs. So it seems like if you look, you can find little side nooks, They just don't want RVs on the main streets, I guess, because then people complain. There used to be like 50 RVs in this area, and I can see why, because USC and St. Mary's colleges are here, and there's tons of resources. Places to work, clean bathrooms, free water, food. It's awesome, the student life. People weren't smart. They just started, there was lines of RVs up and down the street, and they cracked down, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. My goal, like I said, is to just move. So that's why I moved from over there by the auto dealership, because that's an awesome spot, but I didn't want to. I could tell that, the auto dealership people were starting to eye me. Like, what's that guy in that RV? What's he doing? Why are people so flipped out by RVs, man? And again, it's the look thing. If it's a nice looking RV, no problem, you're cool. But if it's like an older, ugly RV, then it's like, I don't know, what's going on over there? It's like I couldn't just get a nice RV and do some shady stuff, right? There's a lot of shady stuff going on with people with money, doing all kinds of evil crap. And I don't know why people assume that because you have money, it means you're somehow a better person. And if you don't have a lot of money, you're a worse person. And that's pretty much how you're treated here in LA. And sure, there's drug problems and homeless people with drug problems. I don't even want to lump them all together. There's just people on the streets with drug problems and mental illness, and they're stealing money for drugs and stuff. So they give the whole thing a bad name, right? They ruin the restrooms, and no one wants to open up the restroom and all this. Anyway, that's an easy game to play. I'm making the RV look better every day. Turns out there are these kind of rust stains on it, and I've been able to clean those off. I thought those were permanently in the fiberglass, but they're not. It's just, this RV is just, it was obviously sitting in their yard in the desert for a year and a half in the hot 120-degree weather, and it looks like it, and it just never got cleaned or anything for like a year and a half and longer. It looks like 5 years, so that's easy, you just clean it. So I'm glad that's coming off. I'm gonna see if I can find some kind of fiberglass polisher or something to sparkle up the fiberglass and make it look shinier. And I might just paint for now the decal. It's just these little things like cracked up, faded decals that make these little things. If you can knock these little things out, like there was a drawer there that's crooked, and it was just that the bracket had fallen. So I fixed the bracket, and now it's straight. It makes the whole kitchen look better. I have another crooked one I gotta fix. So yeah, is it worth it at this point? I don't know. I still feel like it is worth it because I have this asset that I figure is worth at least 25. I'm not, I feel like as I improve it, it's gonna become worth more money. So not only do I have an asset, but I don't have to pay rent, so that expense is gone. I do have other expenses, but it's nothing like rent, man. My rent before was $40 a day, $1,200 a month. That's on top of my other expenses, food and all this. So we still have expenses, but we don't have that one. So I just feel like, my businesses are still happening. Money is supposed to still come in, although it's been a pretty bad week money-wise for some weird reason. But when money does come, we can invest it, and grow and get better and better, instead of feeling like you're just treading water and things are kind of getting worse, or you're moonwalking where you think you're going forward, but you're really going backwards. You know, you look like you're going forward, but you're going backwards. Economic. So, yeah, I gotta still take care of the smog. I still have to get insurance. As far as creepers, if I get insurance, that'll, you know, take that fear away. If I get robbed, well, I have insurance. As far as the city, I just have to make sure I park in good spots, keep moving around, and take care of all my registration and anything that would give them an excuse to ticket or tow me. And then keep like $1,000 in the bank for emergencies if something like that did happen, and get AAA, and maybe get some other services that can help you when you get tickets and things. So that's it. My family hates it still. You know, the fact that we're in a heat wave is making this much worse than it needs to be. I hadn't really thought about that until it happened, but there's this heat wave happening in LA, so the temperature is during the day 80 to 90, in the 80s and upper 80s and 90s, sometimes 100. At night it's getting better, but the fact that I don't have air or none of the infrastructure works in this thing is kind of annoying, because when I bought it, they said everything works, and it does work. It's just everything but the fridge should work. They told me the fridge didn't work, but I don't know if the water pump works. Anyway, is it worth it? I say yes. I still give it a vote of yes for now. It's rough, but so is rough working a job you don't like to pay rent to some landlord so they can go to Hawaii or whatever and build their infrastructure. You just don't realize it because you think you're working for yourself, or you think you're building up your stuff, and you're not. So at this point, I would say it's still worth it. So we'll see. That's it for today. For now, I don't know. I mean, not today, but for now, I'm just hot. And I'm waiting for my wife to come back with a Starbucks coffee. They went to near USC. It's called USC Village, and they have some bathrooms, and there's some Starbucks over there, and a Target, and all the stuff you need, I guess. So they went over there to wash up. That's it for now.